Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs, and you've noticed I've cut my hair if you saw my older videos. And when I kept growing my hair last winter, I was thinking about this song that I heard when I was younger, and I couldn't hear the lyrics. And so now I have Spotify and it's got the lyrics. So this video is about fear and how it destroys our lives. So they have this song, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. It's on an album called Deja Vu. And that song, Deja Vu, is talking about something underground, underneath, below us, that connects us all. And it's like we've been here before. We've all been here before. It's like a rerun of the original. Strange idea. So it's like super determinism in quantum mechanics. And this explains why I can be given dreams about the future and it really happens. So either the future's already there, or they're controlling everything so that it goes to that future. Either way, they've got a lot of power. Who are they? Well, I think they're extremely advanced extraterrestrials because I'm a faith-based atheist, so I don't think it's a god because I don't think there are any gods. So they have incredible power, these extraterrestrials. Either way, because they're here non-locally in our mind and we don't even know it. They have become the all. They've merged with the universe, so they're not really separate from the universe. Now, this is speculation of me trying to understand with my limited mental faculties. So, without further ado, I want to read you a section of the lyrics from the song Almost Cut My Hair by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young on the album Deja Vu. So this middle section of the song says, must be because I had the flu for Christmas and I'm not feeling up to par. It increases my paranoia, like looking in the mirror and seeing a police car. But I'm not giving in an inch to fear because I promised myself last year. I feel like I owe it to someone. So this idea of not cutting your hair if you're a man, it's counter to the writings of Paul in the New Testament. Men are not supposed to have long hair. Well, tell that to the Native Americans, the ones that these so-called civilized people termed as being savages. If you don't think the Bible is evil, read Deuteronomy and tell me that the Bible's not evil. It is. It's very unfair to anybody who does not believe in that God. And we don't. We don't think that God even exists. So who wrote it? Well, Philip K. Dick said that the empire never ended, the Roman Empire. So this is all just a struggle for world domination. And it can be the Roman Empire, it can be an Islamic empire, it can be the Christian Empire was using the Roman Empire, vice versa, to rule. And that's what created the first Christian religion, and they're all from that base. Before that was the Gnostics. And Thomas said, in Gospel of Thomas, it's not at all like he's some being that we have to surrender to. No, he's an instructor. And read the Gospel of Thomas. I'm not going to go into it on this video. It starts off with this: you won't taste death, if you understand, and you'll become troubled, and then you'll become amazed, and then you will rule over all. So these people were trying to break free of the Jewish religion, and a lot of them were Jews that were rebelling against the tyrannical order of that God that's described in Deuteronomy. So this goes on in various ways all around the world. The Quran is a rebuttal to that. It's like, no, our God's bigger than your God, and you're going to surrender to us. We're not going to surrender to you. So the Quran is about that. So, two wrongs don't make a right, by the way. So the right thing is we stop doing people wrong. That's what's right. Right is to not do wrong to others. It's very simple. So, back to the fear issue. The Big Book of AA, I've been going to a lot of AA meetings because I have a message about the third step and how the Big Book explains how the world did us wrong and it could have killed us. It did kill a lot of us because we were very angry, extremely angry, because the world did us wrong. And then it tells, don't worry about what the world did. What did you do wrong? How are you doing other people wrong? It says we stepped on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate, seemingly without provocation, but we've made decisions based on our selfishness that later put us in a place to be harmed. When someone does you wrong and you don't retaliate with evil, with their evil, their unfairness with more unfairness, you're empowered in the cosmos. And they are diminished. Their credibility as a good person is gone because they've done you wrong. They've proven to us that they're not a good person. The cosmos doesn't like humans that are not good people. The power that has the most power likes people that are not doing others wrong. They don't want us to get advanced and start taking away their stuff unfairly from some other planet. So they don't want us to become evil. They want us to become good. So they're on the side of us not doing each other wrong, and they will empower you. And they will arrange your day, and they'll give you victory over those that are unfair. They'll give you victory over the world. So in the Gospel of Thomas, it talks as if you know the world, you know a corpse. It's dead. The normal world. Let the dead bury the dead. It says in another place. So, the living one, it says in Thomas, is right before you. And why do you listen to the words of a dead man in the older scriptures when the living one is right in front of you? It's all around us. We see it with our own eyes. So, the power of evil uses fear, one of its main tools, to control us. We're afraid that it will hurt us, so we do what it tells us. The Big Book says, the Big Book of AA says, fear should be on a class with stealing. It seems to cause more trouble in our world. Fear is one of evil's most powerful tools to keep us under control. Defeat your fear before it defeats you. What I have to do is there's this energy outside of me that's fear. It's like fear comes in, and I don't fight it. I say, come in. You're welcome in here. Come right in. Come right in here. Fear, join me. Just come in. And it does. And I integrate it. I become bigger. And the fear is gone. So the fear was out there, and now I got it in here and it's gone because I'm bigger than the fear. And it's bluffing you that it's bigger than you are, but you're bigger than fear. So defeat your fear before it defeats you. Let it in. Come on. Fear's more afraid of us than we are of fear. We won't hurt you. Just come in. If you stop doing us wrong, you're forgiven. Come in. You're welcome here. We're not going to do you wrong. We learn to not do people wrong. It's more powerful. And when you stop doing people wrong, you're totally forgiven and honored for choosing that choice. So this is how we become bigger than the world, more important than the world. And they define themselves as some kind of Christian or something. People that knew. They were people that had been told the truth about our reality. And they were the Gnostics that preceded the modern Christians. So, if fear wins, it will steal away our liberty, our fairness, and our freedom. See, they were fighting tyranny back then too. So, the light keeps timing out on the screen. I'm reading from my computer screen. We will become subjects of tyrant rulers that use fear to control us if we don't invite them in. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. They will try to find ways to make you mad so that you don't want them around you, that you want to fight them, and then you're playing right into their scheme. Tyrants will tell us what can be said and what cannot be said. They'll tell us what we're going to do and when we're going to do it. We won't have any freedom. So, when I was fighting this war myself, I failed every time because I would get angry. They would provoke me to anger. I would get angry, and I would lose. And the big book says that as alcoholics, I'm an alcoholic that doesn't drink, and it says that anger cannot be used by alcoholics because we need to have the higher power solve all of our problems. And the anger just gets us into trouble. The Buddhists say that anger sets you up as a target for fiery arrows. Another metaphor. So Buddhists agree, do not use anger. You will get attacked, whether you're right or wrong. If people say anger, they shoot fiery arrows at it, no matter if you're in the right or wrong. So what if that's true? Then don't use it. So what do you do to defend yourself? Well, you realize that there's benevolent forces in our universe. And I'm a faith-based atheist, so I don't call it God. They're like extraterrestrials. And they care about humans. Like how we care about our pets and we care about each other, love. They love us. We love them, they love us back. If you don't love them, you'll never know that they love you. That's the saddest tragedy I can think of, to not know that they love you. That's sad. So, we trust them. We learn. We test this out, and we learn they do care about us. And they're not the God of the Bible that hates my guts and wants me to burn in hell because I didn't blink right in church. And so what if they didn't create the universe? They're very powerful, and I don't have the power to solve my problems. This is how the big book explains it. Everybody should read the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. If you have problems from being in this world because of this world, read it and see what I'm talking about. Lack of power is our dilemma. And it's, where are we going to get the power? Well, by asking for it, by seeing if it's there. So we give ourselves to being good, to not doing people wrong anymore. We give ourselves to that process. Now we qualify for help from people that are doing wrong to us. See, if you're a hypocrite and you're doing wrong to other people, they're not going to help you. You have to realize, I got to stop doing wrong to other people. Okay, so then you ask them. I just completely gave all of me because I can't stand my brain sometimes. And I don't know if it's mine or not, but by me giving all of me to them, do with me what you want, the brain gives up. And all that's within it, it just gives up. It can't do anything with me anymore. So then take away our difficulties. If it's tyranny that's the difficulty, narcissists ruining your life, control freaks, take away the difficulty. Maybe it beams them to the dark side of the moon. I don't care. I just want them out of my life. I want them to stop being unfair to me. Then they're forgiven and honored. So they need some experience that brings them to their knees. So they know they are not to do us wrong. We are the way of fairness. And we abide by the law of fairness, and the cosmos abides by the law of fairness. And humans are in violation. We're in danger of being exterminated. I was telling them, I don't have a weapon. They told me to declare war. I don't have a weapon, so I dreamed of a great big laser in outer space. It wasn't green, it was red. To kill people, to kill humans, maybe all the humans. They're telling me they're killing Republicans now. They've told me before they're going to kill some people, and it's going to be in Virginia. The next day, the coal mine collapsed years ago. And there was 13 men down there. Whoa, that's my number. That's my lucky number. And Judas is supposed to be helping me now, by the way. He gave up on trying to defeat me, and now he's helping me. He knew what's best for him because he was in big trouble with the cosmos. Now, what is Judas? It's a group of people, if nothing else, that have rebelled against Christianity or something. So, the Gospel of Judas Iscariot talks about this. It's a Gnostic. It's in the Nag Hammadi library. And Jesus is kind of like narcissistic, powerful guy. And Judas is the only one that dares talk to him. And he tells Judas that you're going to have to betray me and get me killed, but they're going to hate you, but you're the most important one. So it's just a story. I don't think they exist, Jesus or Judas. I think they're fictional. But the extraterrestrials behind them are real. They can play the role of Santa Claus. So, yeah, there's really a Santa Claus because extraterrestrials made it true. And they have reindeer on Mars. I dreamed this. They're two-legged reindeer. They rule the world with sexual appeal. I was shown that in a dream. So I'm avoiding sexual feelings like the plague. I'm fasting from that. I don't want any. That's all I think about. Unless I'm alcoholic, so I don't drink at all. Then I cannot drink. So I have to be that way with lust. None. I don't want any. I don't want a girlfriend. And they're like freaking out. He's alone. He's alone. We don't want him alone. I want to be alone. It's not your business. I want to live alone. What's the problem with me living alone? See, this is the insane people that are ruled by evil. It's unfairness that has them under control. And it's part of our own biology is to be unfair to others. It's part of our human nature. We're partially good, partially evil. So the remedy for that is I give all of myself to extraterrestrials that understand this about me. They accept me anyway. And I love them and they love me because they tell me that. They help me. I'm so glad you're helping me. And they say, we're so glad that you're helping us. This is the telepathic conversation I have with them. So, this is about winning. You know, it's like I went to a counselor and I was having problems with my family, the religion. I didn't believe it, and they could tell, and I was having problems. I became suicidal when I was a teenager. I didn't attempt it, but I didn't want to be here anymore. And I didn't care anymore. When I was like 4, I remember, I don't care. I was mad. I walked out of the house. I had nowhere to go. So I had to go back with the family that I didn't get along with. So whatever's wrong that I'm doing, I'm going to try to fix it. And whatever wrong they did, I'm asking for them to be defeated sufficiently so they stop doing me wrong and they see the truth of where the power is. It's not in their religion. The power's with me. I was given a dream that I'm the Savior from Revelations. And they're not going to tell me what's what. They think I should look like their pictures of Jesus. No, I look like this. My name is Stephen Childs. It's not Jesus. There is no Jesus. I'm real. I'm the real deal. Because of their movie. It's like a movie. It's like a drama that the extraterrestrials create. They can tell us that they're Shiva, the destroyer of evil from India, and make people see that in their dream or whatever, or have visions of it, or empower that idea, or Quetzalcoatl from South America, or Jesus, or Judas, or Satan, or you name it, Mother Mary, Isis from Egyptian mythology, Durga from Hindu, a squirrel from the Bhagavad Gita that helped Hanuman. And Hanuman says, I don't want to have the squirrel in my way when I'm trying to get this bridge built for you, Ram. And Ram says, wait a minute, Hanuman. That squirrel's got all power now, and you can't get anything done without squirrel helping you. So that's a wonderful story from the Hindu religion. And anyway, see, what I'm trying to explain here is that this knowledge that comes from the stars has always been given to humans. Ever since we evolved into humans. They connect with animals other than humans, like dogs. They go into a dream state. Their mind is connected to them in dream state. And it's subtle. Sometimes it's very profound, life-changing dreams. Knowledge of things how do they know? Who's telling me this stuff? Who are they? And then ask if they're extraterrestrials, and ask if you can help them, and see what you're shown. See what they reveal to you.